And hello there, RJB here from RJB TV with yes, Brain against Jose. It has been 4 years since these two last played 1v1, and the last time Jose got discombobulated so badly he didn't know back from front, left from right. He was completely obliterated by Brain. But now he has himself another shot. Has Jose, here on the name Thanatos, on the Protoss, the Red Protoss, improved himself enough to face off and stand up against Brain? There's only one way to find out. That is by watching the action before us unfold. What has Jose learned? Has Jose improved? What does Jose have in store to beat up Brain, to take victory out of the hands of the single best, fastest player in the history of StarCraft fastest map? Brain here on the Terran. So recently we've been watching a lot of Brain. We've been seeing him play against Biol, against Lee Baku, then there's Joe Casticast, who's been casting his games as well against a multitude of different players. Goes to say Brain has returned to playing more 1v1. Like, Brain plays 1v1 for like a month, maybe a month and a half, and then he goes back to only playing 2v2, 3v3 for another 3 to 4 months, sometimes even 6 months. And then he goes back to playing 1v1 again. So whenever he plays 1v1, I am super excited about seeing it unfold, because he always brings some of the most exciting and smart, detailed play to the board. Although recently I would have to say that Biol has probably grown to be just as good as Brain, and then there's also the player San Francisco, who also kind of goes into that sphere of extreme skill. Burger Sasu, Lee Baku, there's a lot of players up there, but I would say Brain and Biol definitely at the top. But where does our friend, our neighborhood Peruvian player, Thanatos, Jose, place in the grand scheme of things? He's going for a Korean build order, which I like. I like this a lot. The previous times that I've casted Jose, he would go for the Jose build orders, which I think are not very successful at playing against the Koreans, because the Koreans, they just counter it with really smart play. They just have the build orders locked down, and they know exactly what to do against the, I would say, outdated Western build orders. So it is great for me to see Jose go for a Korean build order, Nexus, Forge, Pioneer Choke, Gateway there in the back, then 2 cannons in the front, and he's gonna get a 3rd Nexus. Now this isn't really something that I usually see the Koreans do. They usually go for a double Nexus, but sometimes they do go for triple Nexus as well, in the case that it is a cross-map situation, which this is a cross-map situation, and he would have to go for macro very quickly, very strongly, as quick as he can to out-muscle Brain, basically. Brain keeps asking him for his ranking, Jose not really responding to it. But yeah, Jose is on US West, probably one of the best 1v1 players. He has beaten up a lot of West players, but US West level is a little bit lower than a Korean level, I have to admit. I would say the best Western map players at the moment are probably Hydra. Then we have either Dingo or Thanatos. I think those 3 are arguably the best players at the moment. There's Evil, there's Gohan as well, also very strong players. And then we have, let me think. I think that's basically the top of the US West. So Jose is not bad, but is he good enough to go up against a former professional player in Brain? Is he good enough for that? Is he good enough to go up against Brain? Yeah, Thanatos, Dingo, and Hydra, probably the best couple of players on US West for 1v1 and even 2v2 and 3v3. And Evil as well, of course. I forgot to say Evil, he's also very, very good. There's Def Jam, who also plays on US West, but he's from Europe, but he is also a very strong player. Def Jam, very, very strong. Yeah, both players just macroing up, just growing their economies, growing their technologies, and growing their bases. Brain standing in the front to make sure nothing leaves this base, so that he cannot sneak out and surprise him with anything or get information inside of Brain's base. Brain is gonna start building a turret in the front for Dark Templars. Everything is exactly on time as a scan there in the back. Currently supply blocked for a little bit. Now do note that Jose with his triple nexus is probing up extremely hard. He's got pretty much no army at all, although he went for a couple of Dragoons to push those Marines away and hopefully, like he's kind of gambling, hopefully catch Brain by some sort of surprise. But he's pulling back. Oh, he returns the fire, returns the favor. Marines coming in to stim. No medics on the scene there though, but he's going to try to kill those Dragoons. And he pushes them away. So Brain pulled a quick one and pulled a reverse Uno card on Jose. He's going to try to break through that choke with his Marine medic. But, nah, there's a gateway there in the front. It's going to be too difficult to hit those cannons behind the gateway, while all the cannons can fire on the Marines. So he changed his mind. He's going to move out to clear out those Dragoons and Zealots here on the top corner first, which kind of makes these Dragoons a wasted investment because Jose is not going to get anything out of these Dragoons and Zealots. Like, Jose could have sped up his Reaver technology, shuttle technology, and gone for a fast Reaver shuttle drop onto Brain, who has pretty much no defenses at the moment you're back at home. He does have a scan, so it's not like Brain doesn't know what Jose is doing. He scanned the base. He knows that there's no Reavers or robotics on the map yet. That's why he's being so aggressive with his Marines. He knows that there are no robotics in Jose's base. If there was a robotics in Jose's base, Brain would probably have gone for more turrets on the sides and maybe even for raids. But he delayed everything because he knows. Because he knows he doesn't have to worry about anything yet. Now Jose is doing something I personally do not like, but something that might just catch Brain by surprise. But Brain with his scans knows what's going on. He scanned this, he sees the forges spinning, sees the Templar's archive, sees no robotics there on the side. He saw triple forge. Triple forge can only mean one single thing. Jose is going for an army, a big army. He's going to just max out as fast as he can. He's already done 68 probes, almost 70. He's adding on more gateways. I still don't see robos at all, so he's just going to go for an army. He's going to try to brute force his way through into Brain's base, but Brain is flipping the script a little bit, and he's building on the middle. He's building bunkers on him. He's going to try to keep Jose contained and hopefully try to nullify that mass gateway unit strategy. We got some pretty good vision on the map there by Brain, paying attention to the details. He also still doesn't have a single turret on the map yet. He really is not worried about Jose sneaking something across the map or building a proxy base and getting into Brain's base to hit those SCVs. Brain is certain that Jose is going for a mass gateway attack. I do not like the strategy that Jose is going for because, as you can see right here, just building bunkers and tanks and turrets on the middle on this point here will keep Jose more or less contained in his base. If he even builds some supply depots in front of this, it's going to be even more difficult for Jose to break free. The upgrades there from Jose, though, are pretty good. He's done 1-1-1, he's got 2-2-2 on the way, whereas Brain is currently going for... he's got 2 armories for level 1 attack on air and ground, getting 2 more armories for the plating upgrades, for the armor upgrades. Really on 57 SCVs, getting a 3rd command center, throws out another scan. Let's see what he scanned this time around. Just the gateways. He's just confirming how many gateways Jose has. And it's a lot of gateways. Like, we got 5 right there. This is a block of 10, so 15. We got 7 right there. He's already on 22 gateways. He has a lot of production. He's got 5 robos, very slow robos. He's getting stargates there on the top corner as well, getting double support bay for double upgrades. And there's cannons all over his nexus, so tank drops are gonna be difficult. I mean, there are places he can use for a tank drop, like right here. Tanks would probably be able to shoot before they die. You can even unload right there, and they would probably be able to shoot before they die. It's only 3 cannons, only 2 cannons, and only 3 cannons. He tries to break through into the middle, but Brain has this section on lockdown, and Jose might just be starting to regret his choices because, oh boy, he might break through at some point. He might even break through right now. No, he's not going to break through. He's not going to break through. Having to fight his way through multiple supply depots, multiple bunkers, it is just not going to work. But there's a but I have to address. Jose, if he maxes out quick enough, he might be able to break through on the next wave, which might put Brain into some mild amounts of trouble. Even more vision all over the map, with mines being placed by vultures and barracks floating about. Shuttle drops are going to be impossible to fly across the map. We don't have raids from Brain yet, but I do think he might go for either raids or Valkyries. He's got triple Valkyrie on the way to defend against shuttle drops. We have this dropping center here inside of Jose's base. He's almost on 2-2-2 upgrades, getting scarab damage, getting shuttle speed, got courses in the mix there as well, gets scanned, so now Brain knows that Jose is planning on getting drops, but a little bit late into this game. A little bit late into this game, I have to admit. So the wall is being rebuilt. It's going to be just as difficult to break through as before, although this time around I don't see as many tanks, and a lot of Marines died earlier, so the bunkers are still there, but a lot of Marines have gone down. So breaking through will probably happen at this point into the game. Big drop there on the side. He's going to unload unit. He might try to flank this setup here on the middle from behind and then attack from both directions. Or maybe he's going to shuttle everything out of the base. He's just shuttling everything out of the base, but there's no observers on the middle, so the mines will blow up a lot of those zealots. Got a Corsair there flying all over the place, hunting for Brain's base, because it looks like he still hasn't gone in there even once. He still doesn't exactly know where Brain is, because he never finished scouting the map. He finds him after all, goes in, a lot of Valkyries are on the sides, the vessels as well. We have not a lot of factories, to be honest, only 6. So he's gunning for it, he's running for it, he's simply ignoring this here on the middle, running right through a spot in between the mines by pure chance. He didn't plan on this. He doesn't know. He just attack moved and he ran right on through. The mines did nothing at all. A couple of vultures there buying some time. He's building a wall there in the front. There's only a couple of tanks. He's going to have to pull some of those units here on the middle back. Oh, wait. He's pulling. Oh, Jose changed his mind. Jose should not have changed his mind, but he did change his mind. And he's flanking this settlement here on the middle from behind and from the front. And it turns out to not be very effective. If only Jose knew that Brain had only 6 tanks defending, he might have just broken through into Brain's base and done a whole lot of damage, but Jose made the wrong choice. He made a terrible choice. If only he knew what was going on. If only he saw what we saw. Which goes to show that sometimes you just make the wrong choice. Sometimes you just make the wrong choice. And I have to admit, Jose made a couple of wrong choices here. He went for a strategy that simply, in my opinion, is not that strong, and Brain went for a strategy that is very strong. He just went for a contain on a Protoss. He reversed the roles. Nobody ever contains a Protoss, but Brain went and did it successfully, with a very good setup here on the middle. Well, here back at home, he still only has 6 factories, 2 more on the way for a total of 8. He's got 7 star ports, got a couple of Valkyries flying about here on the bottom to stop the shuttles from unloading units outside of the base. And yeah, Jose is not having a strong, solid game in my opinion. So far, it's really just been sending units into the middle with a mass gateway attack. Trying to break through, but it's just not happening. It's just not happening. He's just not getting through there. He's got level 1 attack there on the Marines, helping him out. Level 1-1 on the tank, soon to be on level 2-2. The gateway units are on level 2-2-2, almost on 3-3-3. Getting a couple more starports for carriers and Arbiter Tribunal there as well, still sending units into the middle, but this is not working. So far, it's just been Brain, I wouldn't say toying with Jose, but he sure is putting Jose into a prison of his own creation, because he decided to go for this build order that just wasn't the right one. It just wasn't the right one. There's vision everywhere, all over the place. He is never going to get those shuttles across the map. He might try to go, oh, he flies right into the Valkyries. Oh, once again, oh, the shuttles stay alive. The course is distracted, unloading on top of the tanks. Great move. Great move, but there's more tanks in the back. But will this be enough? Is Jose breaking through? Looks like it. The Reaver's hitting hard on those tanks, throwing away a couple of probes to open up supply space. Containment vessel has... I want to say it has been killed, but no, it is still alive for now. Looks like the containment vessel is still alive for now. Jose, though, has a huge advantage in his upgrades. His upgrades are basically what is allowing him to overpower and outmuscle Brain. He's already on 3-3-3. Brain's on 1-1. Brain is lagging behind with his upgrades, but he will soon catch up. But at least what matters most is Jose managed to break free for a short moment in time, and if he keeps on sending his army out into the middle, he might just break free again. Because his upgrades are just that good. His upgrades are just that good. But when Brain gets level 2 attack and armor, this might just change. Brain might just be able to outmuscle Jose with the upgrades once he has 2-2. Dark Tempest in the mix though. Dark Tempest might just go undetected for long enough. Nope. It gets scanned, but it gets right on top of the tanks. So yes, it was for just long enough. Very soon, upgrades are coming very, very soon. So Brain supply is falling behind on Jose. Jose is flying a dropout as well, but the Valkyries will probably intercept that. He must have seen this leaving. He will... Oh, he didn't see it leaving. He did not see it leaving. He's actually putting the Valkyries in the front to buy time against Dragoons. Smart move, but now the shells are coming in. Over the front door. He scans it. Has nothing in the back to protect himself. And, oh boy, is Jose going all on top of the tanks? Yes, on top of the tanks. You could have flown into the backside there and hit those SCVs, but Jose is turning the tables around. He's turning the tables around. Not something I was expecting to be saying in the Brain against Jose game. Oh, does he have something else in there? No, he does not. The Brain trying to catch up in supply, and Jose taking too long to remax here back at home. Because he's going for... what is he going for? Just another gateway mass attack and a shuttle drop in the mix. I think Brain has stabilized. He's putting mines into the middle here just on time. He sees the Zealots. Oh, gonna have to turn around and place those mines really quickly. So we have Jose coming across the map. Zealots there in tow with their 3-3 upgrades against 2-2 tanks. Getting on top of the tanks in the front. Vultures in the back there, helping him survive. Mines being placed in the middle. The Vulture micro on the middle is distracting a lot of Zealots and thinning out the numbers, making it easier to survive against the attack hitting the front door. We have a Ghost on the way. We have a nukes being built. And I assume we have EMP and vessels as well. Brain survives the flip. He survives the flip around. It was a close call here and there, but Jose is just too far away. Jose on the other side of the map, just too far away, finds the shuttles leaving over that marine, trying to kill the shuttles, but they have really good upgrades. Do they have upgrades? 130. They're still alive. He's on the chase. Will he arrive on time? Jose finding a path into the base, but oh, he's trying to stay in front of those Valkyries. More shots coming down. Raid's on the scene, gonna try to kill a couple of the old Templars on load. On the scene, EMP, double EMP. Oh, the EMP's saving the day. Templars unload but cannot storm a double EMP ready to save his hide. And the SCVs do stay alive. Close call. Risky call. Using EMP. Risky call. He might have been too slow, but he was exactly on time, and that matters the most. And now we are back to Jose being contained. And Brain is almost on maxed out upgrades, so things are starting to look better and better here for Brain as he's catching up with his upgrades. It was a little bit close, perhaps closer than it appeared a couple of times. The supply lead for Jose was humongous at one point, and Brain really was behind on Jose. So Jose's strategy, even though I gave a lot of flack, it almost worked out. At the moment, the strategy might just be a little bit too simple, and I don't think this is going to work. He has to get carriers at this point, but Brain is knocking on his front door. Although, I wouldn't say knocking on his front door, he's more like barricading the fence right outside of Jose's front yard. He's like setting up camp, building an encampment around Jose's house. setting up guns, mines, tanks, everything, just to make sure that Jose is not allowed to leave. Brain here with his ghost in that shuttle. Does he have an EMP in between? It's 2 ghosts and 2 nukes and raids ready to escort those dropships in. Raids taken fire, dropship arrives. No cannons in the top corner. That is probably why Brain went for the nuke. Huge unload behind this wall there though. He's gonna clear this out, but here in the back we have 2 ghosts arriving on the scene, preparing their nukes, shooting right on top of the Nexus. There's no observer on the scene, nothing to prevent this, nothing to stop this. Big drop there, coming from across the map there. They're arriving right in the backside of Brain's base. Is there anything inside? He starts low. There's I-Templar in between. SV's running to safety. Nukes have landed. I missed... Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the nukes. I'm going to rewind a little bit later. But boy, you got everything. They're in the back. 5 probes still alive. Making new nukes. No cannons in the back. Got stormed, but lost almost nothing. But this mass attack there, walking across the map, might just break through, although we do have a lot of raids in the sky and tanks spawning. Looks like Brain will survive this one, but Jose is going to try to max out as fast as he can and overpower Brain with his superior fighting force. Jose is gambling it all. He's gambling all of it on having a huge army with only 5 probes. It's either now or never, but huge wall in front there for Brain. Brain is trying to patch up his one weakness really quickly. Shuttle gets sniped out of the sky. Zealots arriving in the front, trying to break through. Tanks are helping the Zealots. Zealots make their way through around the depots, getting on top of the tanks. Tanks are in danger. Brain is recovering the supply, but Jose's supply is so much lower. He's losing units way too quick. Ghost in the back, still alive. He has to... His cannons are coming up. 1 cannon coming up. Moving the dropship into the corner outside of cannon range and unloads it yet again. Does he have new nukes? Yes, he has new nukes. Nukes are coming down yet again. He's going to end it all right here. These are the 6 probes. There's 1 probe stuck there on the side. He's trying to kill the ghost. Ghost gets killed. Nuke gets averted. Crisis is averted. Jose stays alive for now. Scans again though. He still has 1... No, does not have 1 more ghost on the scene. Front has been fortified. Brain is looking fine. Brain is looking strong. He looks like he has everything under control. And Jose looks to be in quite a position of trouble and, well, a lot of trouble. Troubling times. Very troubling times. There's a big army here though, but a big army doesn't mean a lot when the opponent also has a big army on 50 SCVs. Brain really is lowballing it. He's not even mining gas. Okay? Everything is on the minerals, nothing is on the gas. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 command centers. Shuttle drops are coming in, gets intercepted by the raids. And I think Jose is just gonna call GG. I think Jose is just gonna call GG. This situation is not recoverable. Got a big army though, he's gonna try again. He's gonna fly across the map with Zealots in the shuttles and try to hit Brain again. He's gonna have to unload those shuttles on top of the tanks behind the wall. Does he have some I-Templars in the mix though? If he has some I-Templars, he can clear out those tanks much faster than if he has only Zealots. But the raids once again coming across, ready to protect those tanks from those shuttles. He's waiting, he knows it's coming, he's scanned. Shuttles coming in. Unloading on the front. Shuttles getting sniped, but the shuttles do largely unload and they are right in between the tanks. But there's just not enough. He really needed some Templars to hit those storms on tanks and wipe them out. But the Zealots do break through, but the raids in the sky are providing so much additional damage. Zealots are melting in front of our eyes. And they're gone. And they're gone. All's GG. Brain wins again. After 4 years of training, Jose still could not stand up to the Brain. Brain once again reigns supreme.